Welcome back. Finally. It's only taken me... Yeah, see, even there Simon's moaning at me that I haven't done it yet. I'm supposed to have done this ages ago. Well, anyway, look! Look what we have! Yeah! I tried that out. That's actually not that bad. I might do some recording of that at some point. I got right to the end, though, with like a 300% thingy bob points boost sort of thing. And then died, so I'm a bit... Yeah. But this is the single player content that has been going on and stuff. That Lara mansion thing where she gets a letter saying she's not really the true heir of the vagina. So let's get this done, because it's about time. I did this. For some reason, you have to go through Croft Manor to get it, rather than it being tied in a thingy bob, but whatever. So according to this now, with this available, this is over 50 hours of gameplay for the thing. Now, maybe if you take into account things like the raid mode, endurance mode, rather, and Lara's nightmare, but I think they mean 50 hours of single player content? No, I did the single player, the main game, 100% completion, as you saw, in 35 hours-ish. So, yeah, somehow I don't think this is 15 hours long. They said it's about 90 to 120 minutes. Not 50 hours then. Still more than 30, you know, it's nothing to scoff at. But it ain't 50. And it's taking about 1 billion years to load. Still can't get it to record in DX12 though, which is irritating, because I've played it without recording. Pardon me. And switching to DX12 is a hell of a boost to performance.
Premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor.
Lara's nightmare starts pretty much the same way.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, my parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared.
She just fights zombies.
Given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament.
Literally a nightmare.
Circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate.
They
I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend.
Did a story similar to this
if you leave the manor by week's end.
The Top Cow comics, actually.
Your mother wouldn't want that.
But that was when she died.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence.
Yeah, she actually died in the comics.
Somewhere.
And went to
Dad's safe.
An Egyptian afterlife, where she was told stuff and things. Stuff happened. And the feather of truth. But as she pointed out to the guy, she's a Briton. And in Britain, the truth is a sword, so she used it to kick this Egyptian god's ass.
He liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL.
UCL?
Looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Where's UCL? Hello? Oh, right, I see. You got it straight away. Well, that was easy. Oh, what's this? God damn it. Fucking angles you have to be on to get these things.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly.
At Oxford.
But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations,
like
I never
billion
bothered to
miles.
notice my
No, it's not that one.
surroundings. But
Why do you
there
have
was,
such a huge
sitting
vibe?
at my
It's like
table
one
in
extra
the
line.
library. Her name is Amelia, and apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond.
Better than fart history, I suppose.
She did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier.
Yeah, this is what I was like with
She's a
Manor.
brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas.
She wrote a thing about
for the first
how
time in memory. In truth, I don't
Dracula
know if he's
feeding
as exhilarated as I
is
am
actually
right now, but I dare say
an analogy for
our
rape.
conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time,
The way
I
she
find
wrote
myself
it
thinking about something else besides my
actually
research.
made it sound
I hope she returns for another
like she'd
round
read
tomorrow.
Dracula. She hasn't. So that made it even more impressive to me because
My parents made a good team.
she came across as well read, even though she wasn't. Also, she showed that she understood the
I'm so proud of that
symbology
thing.
of it stuff, so that's why we got together. Implied rape. Yeah.
That's my
Treasure
handwriting.
of the ancients.
My penmanship was pretty good.
Depending on your age. So I realised recently, actually, somebody pointed out, you know, they made a big deal about how Lara was finally written by a women's for Rise of the for Tomb Raider 2013. Well, so was the original, very original game in
This is probably
1996.
my grandfather Benjamin.
Cool. You don't know? Alright, fair enough. This is mostly going to be filler, backgroundy
A
information
picture
type
with
stuff.
Dad and Anna.
Ugh.
Never liked wearing dresses, but the colour was nice.
It's the exact same character model. They've just made her half the size. Seriously. Look. God damn it. Turn around. Yeah. See? Exact same face. Most people don't do that. Most people do change as they get older. Ooh, what's this?
One of Dad's Yoruba masks.
Yoruba?
A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
I know somebody from Nigeria. You know, it's illegal over there to be gay. You can be beheaded for it. Yeah, seriously. Wow.
Dad's book about immortality myths
Truth
might be
behind
useful in my
myths.
research.
By Lord Richard Croft. There are a lot of things there. I can't read the back. Oh. I wanted to read it in Steve's. Read my book. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you can open this side as well. What's in there? Nothing. What's this? Is this about
Dad's map
Katesh?
of the forgotten cities of northern
Yeah,
Syria.
this would be about Katesh, wouldn't it?
He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Cool. Iraq. It's Iraq, actually. Which is weird, because we do call them Iraqis. Or they call themselves Iraqis, but it's Iraq and Iran. Actually, I don't know about the Iraq. They might be Iraqis, but Iran, I know for certain it's that. I've asked people from Iran. There was someone who ran a takeaway that I used to frequent called McTuckies, and he'd said it's Iran, not Iran. Also, they call themselves Iranian, which I thought was weird. Move out of the way, chair! Yes. I can jump on my butt. Right.
Needs a combination.
Yes.
It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Library. Maybe in the library.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father,
Cool.
and thinly veiled contempt from
Atlas is the
Atlas.
dog, isn't he?
Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement. Though I was
Cool.
never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm.
Ooh.
It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm.
Cool.
I know he did it for me.
So, what they're saying is,
But I think I'm falling in love with this man.
he was a bit of a dick.
It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me.
Oh.
My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
Did it? Yeah. Right. Okay, let's do
It
this.
must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
There's a freaking thing there. Why is there a spotlight in here anyway? What's that? The hell? Is she like a muggle women's or something? I'm thinking that she. The hell? Look at all these random pictures. Alright, fair enough. Right.
The door to the library.
Let me guess, it's locked. Of course it's locked.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Really? One of two. Well, there are two of them. I don't need survival instincts. I have a brain. And eyes.
There's got to be another way through.
Yes, through the servants' passages.
That's
We just
artifacts
established
from the
that.
Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these.
Oh, it's an ankh.
Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions
Yeah,
to
it's an ankh.
Egypt.
Cool. The Egyptians really liked gold, didn't they? I've always preferred silver personally. It's more shiny. Computer. Why is this place in such disrepair anyway?
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately.
That
I
sounds like
wish
a
I
little
knew
boy.
more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know.
So,
Did she love me, Dad?
those ones up on the
Did she
wall,
ever say that she did?
are they the
Maybe
mum-sized
I'm just being
paintings?
silly. But will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Sure. I'm sure he will. Yes. My baby turns 12 in a few weeks. Can I log into that? No? Dude. Doing dude like you. I'm a dude. I'm like the dudiest of all dudes. This side of dude. Wait a second. There's a thing there. What is it? What are you doing, Mog?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health.
Oh, this is...
Somehow
Oh,
doubt
his
you
uncle.
so
It's
easily
her uncle
abandoned
then,
your
not the dog.
rational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death.
If she's making money, what does it matter?
It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the man voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off.
Blackmail!
Sincerely, Atlas.
That's blackmail. Or implied blackmail. Certainly enough to take to the police anyway. We do take things like that quite seriously in here. What?
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
Lancelot? Is that supposed to be Lancelot? I don't remember Lancelot having a griffin. Well, a dragon-y type griffin. That'd be more Galahad, wouldn't
The
it?
Grand Hall. I always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first
Oh,
things
wow.
to fix.
Need some repairs done, Wolfie. More paint. Oh, I thought that was some weird scuff mark thing. Can you open this? Pots and stew.
A phoenix figurine.
Ooh.
I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
I like that. That's purdy. It's quite purdy birds. Purdy. Yeah, this is more of an investigation than any quite. Is that a lit cigarette? A recently lit cigarette?
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here?
What's that say?
Someone has a sense of humour.
Stop smoking, love Richard. Her dad. I wonder how long that's been there then. Ricard. Oh. Opening this object requires the master key. The master key. Master, not master.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see.
Need a key to open this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Oh, they have their own
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
thingamabob and everything. Their own crest. I have a family crest with 2 dolphins on it. It's awesome. Can I not look at that? No. Alright, fine. I'll jump over this because I can. Just.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places,
that-
about finding adventure.
The dude guy.
I'm sure you will,
But
my
what?
lady. You've the soul of an explorer.
Why isn't
But
he
don't
here?
grow up too fast.
So I can lock him in the freezer. Tickles me when people say that with their childhood. I was like
The
17.
offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet,
I wanna go
where
to
I
Tibet.
will meet him shortly.
See the monasteries.
I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted.
Well, now you know.
Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... Oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby.
So
but
she was
it
on the verge of
Richard
becoming
who
a successful
objected.
paintress.
He gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes.
What's wrong with landscapes?
Now I can't shake the foolish
Ever heard of Bob
sensation
Ross?
that leaving would be a betrayal.
Hmm?
He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for
Good.
his.
Nor should he.
I have, of course,
A good spouse
in
wouldn't do
1,000
that.
small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph,
Yeah.
as I know he will stand by my side
Amelia.
in time.
What do you mean in time? You mean he didn't to begin with? The subject requires the lifetime. There's going to be something in there then, isn't there? Yep. Like you, baba. What's this? Can I open this? Or... Yep, there we go. Is there anything in it?
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
What is it? A torch of some kind? Looks that way. Yeah, you probably should. It's a torch! What use would a flash
Should be able
light
to
be?
explore the dark now.
Seriously. They give you seizures, that phone.
Hey Jonah, sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the Manor. A lot has happened
Research
and I
about
need
what?
some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle
toss us
Atlas
off to
has
Syria.
tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I
you go
want
with
to
her
keep
to
it.
Syria, so
But
tell us
after everything that's
you were there.
happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for. I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Oh, London 10. Back in old London 10. Southern Ponds. Anything in there? What's that? That's like a crown. Is that a crown?
Another one of Dad's immortality
No, it's a new
artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in
But
Greece.
that's not about immortality as such. It's more about eternity. You know? Repeating upon itself.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior.
Uh-huh.
I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional.
Really?
I took the liberty of arranging an
Surprised
introduction
that
to
they
a
didn't
highly qualified colleague of mine.
put that
You
in
should
the
be
game.
receiving the details in the post
He
soon.
was using the
I
trailers.
want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands.
Cool.
And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate
Well,
for
she
you to
has
repeat
let it
his
fall into
mistakes.
disrepair, to be
I
honest.
encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering.
Or did
Sincerely, your uncle.
the uncle do that while she was away to make it look like she couldn't look after the place? I wonder. Seems like he's the type. No? Yeah. Ballsack, what are you doing? He's licking himself again. He's just there going, yeah, lick, lick, lick. I will lick until there's nothing left to lick. Can I open this one? No, still need the master key. The master! The master! Larfield. Croftfield? Croftfield makes more sense thinking about it. So Renfield was his surname, wasn't it? I actually don't remember. It's been a long ass time since I've seen the film or read the novel. I've only read the novel once as well.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
He has a beard, so he's awesome. Now, where do I go then? I have a torch, but there doesn't seem to be anywhere I can actually go to. So I said I needed a key. Okay. I've not down here, that much is for sure. That'll open that, don't have the master key. Don't see any other doors I can go through. These are all locked. There are no more doors down here, are there? I mean, there should be a door here. There is in the thingy bob at least. Oh, that was Nightmare. Actually, now that comes to mention that, I don't remember. It is slightly different to Lara's Nightmare though. I think that was on one. Lara's Nightmare. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it as Knigget, does it? You stupid Arthur King and your stupid English Kniggets. How do I light the torch? Is there a way to voluntarily light it, or does she do that herself? Right. Okay. Oh, it's a dead end. Do I need the sword after all? Apparently not. Yeah, whatever. Wait a second. Secret passage. Aha! Needed the torch first, huh? Right. Use the servant's passage to reach the library.
Amelia, the news has reached...
I'd be one of those if I had a house like this.
She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late.